I hadn't thought of her in years, Anya, the effervescent whirlwind who had swept into my life like a summer storm. It had been nearly 5 years since we'd broken up, and I had convinced myself that I had moved on. Yet, standing in the crowded cafe, warm light filtering through the large windows, it suddenly felt as if she'd never really left. I stirred the remnants of my coffee, staring blankly at the swirling foam. A group of friends laughed nearby, their joy infectious and bright against the backdrop of my quiet melancholy. That's when I heard it, a voice that curled around me like a soft breeze, stirring memories buried deep within. "Ethan." I turned, heart racing, and there she was. Anya. Her hair was longer, cascading down her shoulders in waves, and her smile still lit up the room. Time had carved its uncertain lines on her face, but they only seemed to add depth to her beauty. I stood frozen, caught between the past and the present, as if all those years had simply vaporized in the air between us. "Anya," I managed, my voice barely above a whisper. I hadn't rehearsed this moment, how could anyone? After all the silent months following our breakup, I had thought I was prepared for anything. Yet, my heart drummed an erratic rhythm, sending conflicting signals through my veins. "Wow, it's been forever." She laughed lightly, brushing a strand of hair behind her ear. "You look good." "Thanks," I replied, managing a smile. "You too." "Really?" We fell into easy conversation, each word slipping past the years like water through our fingers. Memories surfaced unbidden, a stolen kiss beneath the old oak tree, our laughter echoing under the stars, the way we used to dance to our favorite songs in the kitchen. Each recollection hung in the air, bittersweet yet oddly comforting. But just as quickly as we reignited our connection, the conversation turned heavier. We spoke of our lives, jobs, dreams, unfulfilled ambitions, but not of the reason we had drifted apart. Neither of us mentioned the heartbreak that had driven us away from each other, brushing it aside like an old coat we were reluctant to wear again. "I never thought I'd see you again," Anya said, her gaze dropping to her untouched coffee. "Not after." "After we broke up," I finished for her, bluntness hanging between us. "Yeah, me neither." There was a brief silence, the kind that aches with unspoken words. My heart ached with nostalgia, and for a brief moment, I felt the pull of what once was, a yearning to rewind time and fix the mistakes we had made. But I knew that path had long since been closed off, life had taken us in different directions. "Do you think we could have made it?" I dared to ask, my voice thick with vulnerability. Anya looked up, a soft smile playing on her lips, but her eyes glimmered with sadness. "I think we were beautiful for what we were, but some things aren't meant to last." As she spoke, a gentle breeze swept through the cafe, carrying with it the scent of rain-soaked earth and promise. I realized then, it wasn't a question of if we could have made it, it was about cherishing those memories while letting go of what couldn't be. "One last dance?" I asked, half joking, and she laughed softly, a sound reminiscent of happier times. "Only if it's in the kitchen." And just like that, in the heart of a bustling cafe, with the world swirling around us, we found a moment of solace. We swayed gently, laughter mingling with the echoes of our past, knowing our hearts might never fully forget, but that it was time to carry on.